Last Tuesday, a 2018 Honda Accord pulled into my shop, the owner said. Something feels off. It just doesn't drive like it used to. I popped the hood. And honestly, I wasn't surprised. Now, I want to be clear about something right here. I'm not just talking about Honda drivers. I see this exact same thing every single week on Toyotas, Nissans, Hyundais, Mitsubishis, Fords, Chevys, Dodges, Jeeps, you name it. It does not matter if you're driving a Camry, a Silverado, an Altima, or a Wrangler. If you have a car with an engine, this video is for you, because none of these cars were broken. Nothing was wrong in the way most people think, but they were all being quietly killed by neglect. Slow, silent, expensive neglect, and the worst part, every single problem I found could have been fixed at home. No special tools. No mechanic degree. Just the right knowledge. That's exactly why I made this video, because you can do every single thing I'm about to show you, yourself, and by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to save up to $800 a year, just by doing these simple things before they turn into major repairs. Stick with me, because tip number 4 is the one most people completely ignore, and it's silently costing them hundreds of dollars right now. Tip 1, the dirty secret inside your air intake. So back to that Honda Accord, and again, this applies to every car you can think of. The first thing I checked was the MAF sensor, the mass airflow sensor. This tiny device has a wire thinner than a human hair. Its only job is to measure how much air is entering your engine. When it gets dirty, and it always does, your car's computer gets wrong information. It starts guessing. And when your engine guesses, you lose power, you waste fuel, and your throttle feels like it's stuck in mud. On that Accord, the MAF sensor was sending readings 10% off. I've seen the exact same thing on Nissan Altimas, Toyota Camrys, Hyundai Elantras, Ford F-150s, all of them. That's like driving with one hand tied behind your back. The fix: an $8 can of MAF sensor cleaner. Unplug the sensor, spray it, let it dry, plug it back in. 15 minutes total. Works on every make and model. The owner couldn't believe the difference on the test drive. Instant throttle response. Smoother idle. All from an $8 fix. That alone saves you $150 to $200 in diagnostic and cleaning fees at any shop. But the MAF sensor is just the start. Tip 2 is something sitting right next to it, and it's just as dirty. Most people don't even know it exists. Tip 2, the hidden valve that's poisoning your engine. Here's one nobody talks about. The PCV valve, positive crankcase ventilation. Every single gas-powered car has one. Your Toyota, your Nissan, your Chevy, your Mitsubishi, all of them. Your engine produces toxic gases during combustion. The PCV valve is supposed to safely redirect those gases back into the intake to be burned off. When this valve fails, those gases have nowhere to go. Pressure builds up inside your engine. Oil starts leaking past seals. Your engine starts consuming oil, without you even knowing it. I've seen engines with 60,000 miles look like they have 200,000 miles, just because of one failed PCV valve. Here's my favorite quick test: pull the valve out and shake it. If it rattles, it's good. If it's silent, it's dead. Replace it immediately. Cost: $8 to $15. Time: 10 minutes. Most people have never touched this part in the entire lifetime of their car. Replacing it yourself saves you $400 to $700 in engine seal repairs down the road. Now, tip 3 is one I see ignored constantly, and it's quietly costing drivers $200 every single year without them realizing it. Tip 3, the $200 mistake you make every year. I know what you're thinking. Tire pressure. Really, just hear me out. Every single week I see cars come in running on tires that are 8 to 10 psi low. Camrys, Silverados, Jettas, Corollas, Ram trucks, every single one of them. The owners have absolutely no idea. Here's what's actually happening underneath you. Underinflated tires create extra rolling resistance. It's like driving with the parking brakes slightly on, all the time. Your engine works harder. You burn more fuel. Your tires wear unevenly and die early. The math is brutal. Every single PSI below recommended costs you 0.2% in fuel economy, at 8 PSI low. You're wasting over $200 in gas every single year, plus you're shortening tire life by thousands of miles. The fix is completely free. Check your door jamb sticker for the correct PSI, every car has it. Use any gas station air pump. Takes 5 minutes. Do it once a month. Pro tip from the shop, check your tires cold, before you've driven more than a mile. Warm tires read higher and give you a false reading. Alright, tip 4 is the one I promised you, the silent killer that every mechanic sees, but nobody warns their customers about. This one genuinely shocked me the first time I discovered it. Tip 4, your throttle body is choking your engine alive. Here it is. The one I promised you. Remove the air intake duct on your car and look inside the throttle body. Doesn't matter if it's a Ford, a Hyundai, a Dodge, a Nissan, they all have one. What you'll see will genuinely disturb you. A thick, black, oily layer of carbon coating the entire inside. That butterfly valve controls all the air going into your engine. When it's caked in carbon, your engine is literally suffocating. Rough idle. Hesitation. Sluggish acceleration. Your car feels old, that Accord I mentioned. The throttle body hadn't been touched in 4 years, the carbon buildup was so bad, the valve wasn't opening fully. I've opened throttle bodies on Tacomas, Altimas, Malibus, Eclipses, same story every time. The fix, a $10 can of throttle body cleaner, spray it in, scrub gently with a soft cloth, reinstall. One important warning, on drive-by-wire cars, which is most modern cars, never force the throttle plate open manually, let the cleaner do the work. After cleaning, your car may idle rough for 10 to 15 minutes while the computer relearns. That's normal. After that, it feels like a completely different car, saves you $180 to $300 in mechanic labor, for a $10 can of cleaner. We're almost there, and tip 5 costs less than $10, but it protects a part worth $700. Don't skip this one. Tip 5, the $10 fix that protects a $700 part. Your fuel pump sits inside your gas tank, replacing it costs $400 to $700, parts and labor. Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Ford, Chevy, doesn't matter. Same cost, same pain. And it is one of the most preventable repairs I see. The fuel filter is your fuel pump's bodyguard. It catches every particle, every bit of rust, every contaminant before it reaches the pump. But here's the cruel reality, most people never change their fuel filter. By 80,000 miles, it's so clogged that the pump is working twice as hard just to pull fuel through. The pump overheats. It wears out. It dies. That Accord I showed you. 94,000 miles. Original fuel filter. Never been touched. I've seen the same thing on Corollas, Frontiers, Gallants, F-150s, all of them. Changing an external inline fuel filter takes 20 minutes and costs $10 to $25 every 30,000 miles. That's it. That's all it takes to protect a $700 pump. Note, many modern cars have the filter integrated inside the tank with the pump. Check your owner's manual. If that's your car, at minimum make sure you're using quality fuel, and never run the tank below a quarter. Low fuel causes the pump to overheat. Last tip coming up, and I saved this one for last on purpose. It's completely free, takes 5 minutes, and most people have never done it in the entire time they've owned their car. Tip 6, the free reset that wakes your engine up. Your car's engine control unit, the ECU, is constantly learning. Every Toyota, every Nissan, every Ford, every Hyundai, every Mitsubishi, they all have one. Every time you drive, it's adjusting fuel, timing, idle speed based on your habits. But here's the problem, over time, especially after sensor issues or bad driving habits, the ECU locks in wrong settings. It's learned bad lessons. And it keeps repeating them. A simple ECU reset wipes those bad memories and forces the computer to start completely fresh. Here's how: disconnect the negative battery terminal, wait 20 minutes for the capacitors to fully discharge, reconnect. Then drive normally for 50 to 100 miles while the ECU relearns. Some drivers report dramatically sharper throttle response, smoother shifts, better fuel economy, Others notice nothing. It depends on how much bad data the ECU had stored. Cost, $0. Completely free. One heads up, some European cars may need dealer recalibration after a battery disconnect. For Japanese and American cars, you're generally good to go. Check your owner's manual first, and yes, you will lose your radio presets. Small price to pay. Conclusion savings recap, so let's add this up. MAF sensor clean, $8. Saves $150 in diagnostics. PCV valve replacement, $12. Saves $500 in engine seal repairs. Tire pressure check, free. Saves $200 per year in fuel alone. Throttle body cleaning, $10. Saves $250 in labor. Fuel filter replacement, $20. Saves $600 in pump replacement. ECU reset, free. Total out-of-pocket doing it yourself, about $50. Total saved versus taking it to a shop, $800 to $1,500 every single year. Whether you drive a Toyota, a Nissan, a Ford, a Hyundai, a Mitsubishi, a Chevy, or a Dodge, these fixes work. Every time, that Accord owner called me 3 days later, he said his car drove better than it had in 3 years, not because anything was broken, just because nobody had ever shown him how to take care of it, and that's exactly why I made this video. Your car is not dying because it's old, it's dying because it's being ignored. You now have the knowledge to stop that, yourself. If this video helped you, hit that like button. It tells YouTube to show this to more car owners who actually need it. Subscribe if you want real, honest car advice, no fluff, no upsells, just what actually works, and drop this video to someone you know who's been putting off car maintenance. Their wallet will thank you. Before you go, I want to ask you something. Out of everything I covered today, which one of these had you never heard of before? And what car do you drive? Toyota, Nissan, Ford, Chevy, Hyundai, Mitsubishi? Drop it in the comments below, because I guarantee, whatever you answer, you are not alone, and if you've already done one of these fixes yourself, tell me how much it saved you. I read every single comment. Let's talk. Thanks for watching.